Talks Retail Fast Five, brought to you in partnership with the A&M Consumer and Retail Group, Fireworks, SPS Commerce, and Sezzle. Headline number one, Chris, Giant Food is planning to start doing receipt checks and to stop selling national brand items as it deals with theft. Take a minute, digest that one. It's a pretty big change. So according to Grocery Dive's Sam Silverstein, employees at a Giant Food location in Washington, D.C. today will start inspecting shoppers' receipts when they leave the store as a supermarket chain tries to, according to Giant Food's spokesperson, John Ahrens, quote, mitigate the unprecedented levels of product theft that has become unsustainable for our business, end quote. In addition, the grocer also said that it plans to stop carrying certain national brand health and beauty products to boost the supply of similar private label items it stocks at the store in the coming weeks. Giant did not specify which national brands it intends to stop carrying at the Washington, D.C. store, but the Washington Post reported that the brands could include Tide. We have Schnick noted in the
I think it was a typo in the article. Actually,
I think they meant Schick because I did look up Schnick, and let me tell you, that's if you Google that, make sure you're not at work because it is the title of an adult film.
Blue
it was
Banana.
An accident. Blue Banana Productions. That's for the After Dark podcast. But it does, the brands that they may be removing include Tide, Schick, Dove, Degree, Pantene, Colgate, and Advil. And Chris, you know what? We're going to start off real hot today.
Oh, yes.
Real hot.
Bring it.
This is the A&M put you on the spot question.
Ooh.
A&M would like you to answer this question in addition to your other thoughts on this headline. But A&M wants to know, how do you anticipate that national brand partners will react to what Giant Foods is doing here? If we don't, their strategy of if we don't have it, they can't steal it. Is this an invitation for manufacturers to start practicing in theft prevention efforts? Sorry, to start participating in theft prevention efforts with their retail partners? We don't have it, they can't steal it. What do you think, Chris?
So is it an invitation to the CPG partners to start participating in the theft prevention efforts? Wow, that is a great question to start us off today. I love it. That's why I love the A&M team so much. My answer to that is pretty matter of factly, Ann. God, I freaking hope so. I think that's how I would sum this up, because I think this headline, as we sit back, there's been a lot of headlines about shrink, but this headline shows that we have hit full stage problem stage, right?
Yeah.
Full level problem stage with this.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got this story. You've got the news of, which we didn't even cover on the Fast Five. We talked a lot about it, but you had Dollar General saying they're going to do shrink formats, which is the first time I've heard of a shrink format. I don't remember ever talking about that in my career at Target or Gap. Like, we had a shrink format. You had shrink tactics, but never a store designed solely for shrink to, eliminate shrink. And then you got stories of Walmart putting police stations inside its stores, like in Georgia, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the capper for me, honestly, and despite all those stories, and this is the biggest one, but the capper for me is I posted a picture on social media this weekend that a friend sent me of the body soap aisle at Target in San Jose.
It was remarkable.
The entire aisle was 100% behind glass. Like, you could see it. Dove soap, which was one of the things they called out that they're going to remove from the shelves, all behind glass. And the post just blew up. It's clearly a hot button issue. But what I care about, Ann, in what we do is coming up with solutions, right? And that's what's interesting about this is I can't fault Giant for trying this. It seems like everyone's getting desperate. They're trying something. But if I look into my crystal ball, it's sad to see them doing this. It's sad to see Dove behind glass at a Target. But I think we're going to see more of this. And eventually, I think we're going to see retailers start to go the way of Costco, which, according to recent reports, doesn't have a shrink problem because of how it functions, right? So I think you're going to start to see retailers either charging a membership to shop or requiring a credit card scan at entry, similar to how hotels do, where you pay a fee to stay at the hotel that they're going to give you back later, depending on what you do in the store, in their hotel experience. Same thing could happen in retailers. So I think all indications are pointing to that type of Costco-esque or hotel type experience starting to come about. It won't happen overnight, no way, but we are going to see it over time. And if I'm a betting person, I that's how I think this is going to play out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I don't have a lot more to add. I think you did a really good job summarizing that. I think that controlling the exit, what they're doing here, is the best thing that they can do for now. I mean, I think
Right.
that's the best way. You're not putting structures in place to like let people pass to get out. You're going to do your best that you can with the people, the individuals that are in the store that can help to try to monitor that and at least set the expectation for the customer, at least until the retailers can start truly investing in the technology that are going to help them operate the stores so that they can prevent shrink and to do that more efficiently and cost effectively. And I really do love A&M's question because I think it's a really important way to also start to bring the brands into this whole
Mm-hmm.
conversation because it does impact them. Like the shrink is not just something that Target's responsible for or Walmart or Giant
Mm-hmm.
is responsible for. I mean, it comes back to impact everybody in the whole ecosystem. So I think if the retailers can start to pitch it to their brand partners as not only are some of these investments that you're making in tech in the store to prevent this going to allow you to like better personalized promos, for example, because once that person walks in, if they're scanning their palm or they're scanning their phone, like, or even their credit card, like now you know who that
Yeah.
shopper is, which you
Right.
haven't had the ability
Right.
to know before. And so I think that there's a way to pitch this smartly to the brands to be like, let's invest in this technology together because it's gonna help everybody in this scenario and also removing that shrink number that's really starting to grow. But the removal of the products, Chris, like I just have to, that seems like overkill to me. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are about that, but like it seems like there might, I don't know, could that be an excuse for something else? Like they're trying to push more own brands, but I don't know about that. And I don't know how long that's going to last with some of those brand partners to just be like, we're not selling Tide anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because those are the products that are, that people want to buy at discounts on the
True.
marketplaces. Nobody cares about buying the private label brands on the marketplaces. And so you can see why it's going there. And so it makes me wonder two things that I would say before we move on to the next headline off of what you said. Like, so it makes me wonder, as some people said it to the post on social media too, do we get to the vending machine model too, where those products are available at the retailer, but they're all behind the walls and only available for pickup or delivery or something like that, but the brands don't want that. And so
Neither
you
do the
need to,
customers. Yeah.
no, and the customers don't really either. And so it actually, the second point is it calls to mind, like we go back to Dollar General format idea. I can
Mm-hmm.
remember when we rolled out, it was called the P Fresh format at Target.
Yep.
And, we actually, as the grocery team, when I was working in grocery at that time, we invited all the CPG vendors into Minneapolis and said, we're going to roll out this format to expand fresh food and frozen food to our customers, to the
Right.
Target customer. And we're going to expect you to invest in that with us.
Mm.
We're at the same place with this now. So yes,
Yeah.
I think shrink formats are something that have to be thought about. And your point about, okay, let's invest in technology that accomplishes many, many things as we're trying to solve this one problem, because we could probably create a better experience along the way.